Another question is, you have the likes of Moses Michael. You know, he won the Governor's Cup last year. That's and, of course, talked about the Heading tournament that just ended last week. He also won it. Now, players like this, how soon or how well can they actually get personal sponsorship so that they can go for international circuits, apart from the one in Nigeria?
Yeah, they already, luckily, they already have, they have the Tombim sponsor, the guy who's put together the Tombim team, took them to 8 weeks of satellite in Egypt last year. I think, yes, it was early this year or last year. So he's the highest ranked Nigerian player. Don't ask me the number.
I know. Don't worry, I'm going to say it. Once we start discussing Governor's Cup, I'm going to tell you.
Okay. But it's a start. Yeah. It's a start. So that sponsorship is already in place. And we're hoping that the prize money we're getting the sponsors to use part of the prize money to send them to ATP events, satellite events around the continent at least, that are not so expensive, so that it can begin to garner points to go up the rankings. So the movement up the rankings has started, and we have the players at the right age and with the right mentality, and they played enough matches since they were 10 from the ITA junior circuit. So they are very competitive.
Okay, outside Michael that you talked about, I mean, how many other players, I mean, right now really have sponsors for themselves to travel for major tournaments?
They have sponsorship in bits and pieces in sports and there, but we
Not
have at least 6.
Base.
Yes, we have the Tombim group, which is the ideal, which appears to be well structured, well taken care of. Edmund Ajoge is doing a great job, and he wants to make sure that we produce these players. But to answer your question, we have other players who are sent to satellite events from time to time. Sylvester Emmanuel was sent to America to play some tournaments, and it showed off by him coming back and winning the Dalahad Court. And I know of a few other players. I don't know the origin of their sponsorship. But right now we have the Tombim team that is well organized, well structured, and are using whatever resources they can get with the sponsor to go onto the ATP circuits. But there are at least 8 players under the age of 19 who can be put together in a team or squad and pushed to the ATP circuit. And I think that once this league solidifies, we will get to the point where we have the best talents under the age of 20 being pushed into the ATP professional circuit.
Fantastic.
Yeah, the National League, am I right to say it's a private initiative?
Well, if you regard me as private, yes.
Yeah, because the reason I ask is that the Nigerian Tennis Federation themselves are you aware of any specific strategies to actually start producing top echelon tennis players in Nigeria?
Yes, we're working together with the Nigerian Tennis Federation. This league is supported, sanctioned by the Nigerian Tennis Federation. And I have a very close working relationship with enitan-oshodi, who is the current president, and he's been very supportive. So all the things we do in cooperation with the support, with cooperation of the Nigerian Tennis Federation. So they carry it along. But we come up with the ideas, we get the sponsorship, and then we get their input and support, because we have to carry everyone, even the states, state associations, clubs, are carried along, because we have to use the Lagos Loan Facility. Some of the clubs are not so understanding, they're not so supportive, they want to see whatever they can get from this. There are some other clubs we go, the venue is free, and like Enugu was fantastic. We had the Speaker of the House, we had traditional rulers come to the event and all that. We had a great atmosphere. But I think eventually we'll get some of these clubs knowing that they have a responsibility to help the Nigerian
develop players.
Yeah, develop sports for the Nigerian kids. We cannot. It's our responsibility. It's everybody's responsibility to make sure that Nigerian kids. Sports is the greatest, second best, greatest employer of labor in the world. So and if we're saying we don't have jobs for kids and all that, sports is a way you can throw a lot of people there. Not just for the empowerment, making money out of it. There's also the engagement part.
The engagement part, that's right.
You know, so I think the clubs will desire that they cooperate more with us.
I would definitely hope that we'll get to see more clubs and more facilities, springing up in many parts of the country, so that this can really go around, so to speak. Perhaps you want to talk about the
Governors' Cup.
Governors' Cup.
The seeds is actually out. We have the top seeds. Now we're going to talk about the top player in Nigeria. I mean, his ranking and all that is not even among the top 10 seeds that we have for the Governors' Cup tournament. There you have it. I mean, the top seeds for the men. And if you look at it, you're wondering, where do we have Nigeria? It's not really there. I mean,
Moses Michael,
it's not even among the top seeds.
What's his ranking again?
You don't want to let the cat out of the bag.
It's in the 2000s.
1,260.
Oh, it's even improved.
Yeah, 1,262. That's 8th ranking, and the other Nigeria is 4,429.
Incredible.
Wait. Why are you laughing?
No. Look, I think it all boils down to the fact that these guys, I mean these two guys, really need to have more tournaments, to have more support, more sponsorships, to get them.
But it's a start.
It's a start, definitely.
Everybody starts from zero.
Exactly.
Okay, and then you get the first 6 points. 5, when we were working for the ITF or the ATP, the number of points they have would have put them in the top 800. Okay. When we developed Clara Defa, the first year, I think we had 12 points, and she was 600. Okay, so it's a start, and you have to start from somewhere, and the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. So I think that those points were garnered from just 2 tournaments, the ones in Abuja. So if they they're looking to have more satellite events in Nigeria, which will be more cost effective. And if we're able to get 4 satellite events and they pick the number of points they pick from 2 tournaments, then we can see them hit the top 800, 700. The movement at that level is faster. Now I was thinking it was still in 200, but with a lot of points juggled here and there, he's moved up to 1,400 and something. If they make 6 more points later next year, when they have 2 or 3 more satellite events, they will get to these 800s. The movement there is faster. It's when you get to 500s that it gets really tight, because all the best players in the world are in that place. But then at that point, they will have enough experience, they will have enough mental toughness to go through that.
Okay.
All right, interesting one. I guess we'll just end it there. Mr. Godwin Kienka, thank you so much for spending time with us, and good luck with the NCC Tennis League.
I really appreciate this time. I hope you will be there.
Hopefully the fans turn up as well too. Live sport with our fans is really a non-event. So hopefully the fans come out.
Yeah, we're working very hard on that fan base, and we are putting everything we can: raffle draws, traditional dances, good tennis, good food, music, everything.
All right.
So I'm sure they'll be there.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thanks so much again for spending time with us on the show.